What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel and also my messy ass bedroom, but we are not going to talk about that. In today's video, I really want to show you guys the true behind the scenes and the step-by-step of how my business launches seven-figure programs. If you don't know me, not only am I a content creator here on YouTube, not only am I a CEO of a seven-figure company, but I am also a course creator, and I've been very, very blessed to have this program, the Boss Gram Academy, run for the last 3 years. I've really scaled up this program from $0 to $6 million in revenue in that time frame, and this program is really well known for helping content creators monetize by signing paid clients. And so in this season of business, my team and I have been working our tails off to update this program and to also relaunch this program to the public. And because over on my Instagram, course creation is one of the most popular topics that you guys ask for, and you guys have tons of questions about it, I figured that I would create a video just to show you guys the true behind the scenes of what it's really like to update a program, create a program, and launch a program. So if you want to know what we're up to, then just keep on watching. All right, friends, so I have my laptop here so I don't miss a beat, but basically the first thing that we ever do whenever we kick off a project is we start with why. This is really important, especially for me as the CEO of my company. I am the visionary, and so anytime we kick off a really big project, such as a course launch or creating a new program, it's really about me mobilizing the team and telling them what the big picture is. What are we all working towards? This includes sharing the company mission. It includes sharing who our target audience or target client is and really painting that picture for them, what problem we're trying to solve in the marketplace, what problem are we trying to solve for this particular person, and what differentiates us in the market, right? Anyone can sell a course about this subject, but what makes us the best at what we do, what sets us apart, and who do we actually serve, right? And so these are some things that we talk about. I also share about the desired client experience that I would like our clients to go through. And so as you can see, like I did a team meeting and I really presented that vision for them. All right, friends, so when it came to the mission and the vision, there were specifically 3 things that I wanted to change about my program this year. The first one was the type of client that we were serving. For a really long time, Boss Gram Academy is known for helping new coaches sign paid clients. But over time, I realized that I want to help people beyond just coaches. And how I found this was doing market research on my own community. I found that a lot of people actually identified more as a content creator, but also I got deep into my own origin story. When I started on YouTube, I wanted to be a creator, but I just so happened to monetize by signing paid clients and then becoming a coach. And then from there, I scaled up my business and I started doing courses and everything like that. But at the heart of it, I've always identified as a creator. And so that's why I really want my program to now help creators monetize by launching one-on-one coaching programs, because I think that one-on-one work with clients, it just helps creators go beyond their free content, help their followers privately get paid for it, especially if they don't have a lot of followers, they don't have a lot of experience. It's a really great way to make money. And then from there, as the next step, what we could also offer and help our clients with is creating courses and actually packaging their time. And in which case, it's not really coaching anymore, it's becoming a course creator. And so I just wanted to kind of bridge that gap and kind of help that creator evolve over time, because I think that as creators, especially if you are an educator or maybe you're someone who's sharing your story online, you're really using social media for a positive benefit. You're really trying to help other people. And I would like to help as many creators as possible who are already on the mission of helping others to actually get paid for it in a big way. And so that's the kind of the shift that we're making in terms of the type of client that we're trying to serve. Now, the second thing that I really want to change about my program was just the type of access that we were giving. So originally the Boss Gram Academy was a 12-month access program, but we since decided to change it back to a lifetime access model, meaning that if you join the program, then you would get lifetime access to the videos, the worksheets, and everything like that. And the reason why I made this decision was for 2 reasons. Number one was because I realized that entrepreneurship is a messy ass journey, okay? You might decide that one niche is right for you, and then years later, you might realize,
wow, I actually don't like what I'm doing and I want to pivot.
And I just want to make sure that our clients have access to the material that allows them to kind of repivot if they need, or go back to the foundations or whatever else. And then the second reason was really because I realized that not everyone has the same privilege or access when they join a program, or just in general. Like, not everyone can finish a program in 12 months. Not everyone can afford to buy an extension if they can't finish the program in 12 months. Not everyone can go through the material quickly. And so I just wanted to put that that pressure off of my clients, which is why I changed back to a lifetime access model. Now, if you want to learn more about that decision in depth, I have a full-blown blog post about it, and I also went live on my Instagram. So definitely check out those two resources for more of the details as to why I made this switch. Now moving on to the third thing that I really wanted to change about my program was the type of support we were giving to our clients. Originally, the Boss Gram Academy was a do-it-yourself program, meaning that when you buy the program, you have access to everything and then you just execute. But what we decided to add and reintroduce was monthly mentorship calls with me, meaning that every single month I'm hanging out with my clients on Zoom, chatting with them, answering their questions, supporting them in that sense. And what's really awesome is that this year I've really heavily invested in just client experiences. I think that as course creators or just anyone who creates a program, it is so easy to get caught up in the front end of your business, meaning the marketing and sales of it, and not spending enough time on enhancing the back end, aka your client experiences. And so for us, I decided to enroll my entire team in a training program that actually taught us a lot about how to build psychological and emotional safety within group coaching programs. And it was so eye-opening. Inside this training, we really learned a lot about the different types of students that might enroll in your program and how to react and respond and, support different types of students depending on their personalities. It was really, really cool. It was hosted by a woman named Topsy. You can definitely follow her for more. But overall, I'm just really happy that we're headed towards this direction where we're kind of investing more in supporting our clients more than we ever have before. And so I'm just sharing all these three things with you guys because I think it's so important to mention these things, because I think that a lot of times we think that creating a program is just like filming things and then making it pretty and then selling it and then making a lot of money. But building a course and creating a program is a lot of responsibility, right? Like, people are looking towards you for support in helping them achieve their goals. And I think it's important to invest in the back end as much as you do in the front end, if not more. And so anyways, that's why I wanted to share all these things with my team, because these were huge changes that we were making. And it was so important for me to make sure that the entire team was on the same page and that everyone was bought into this vision that I had before we even started working on the project. And by the way, I know that for me, I have a team and I'm a CEO, but even if you are a solopreneur or you just work on your own, a lot of these components are things that you should know yourself before you launch any project or before you do any course or anything like that. You want to have a good idea of why you're creating this program, who you're trying to help, what pain points are they going through, and what makes you different in the marketplace. So these are all things that you got to consider too, regardless if you have a team or not. What's up, friends? So Vanessa from the future here. I am just uploading the video to my video editor and I realized that I likely had some butterfingers and I deleted a crucial clip that I filmed. So let me refilm what I wanted to say. Now, after I actually cascade the vision down to the rest of the team, it's then time for my leadership team to get to work and turn my vision into proposals for their respective departments. So for example, on one side, I have my marketing manager, Rose. And what she did is, after she understood my vision, who we're trying to target, what problem we're trying to solve, what's the objective, and all these different things, she then created an entire marketing plan, a marketing proposal that she presented to the team. So for example, what might be included in this marketing plan is our launch projections, our funnel outline, meaning that from the moment that someone finds me on YouTube, Instagram, or whatever social media platform, what are the different stages of awareness that they might go through? What are we actually going to be doing at each stage of that awareness? It's really the nitty-gritty. What is our Facebook ad plan? What is our email marketing plan? It's really about taking my vision and turning that into a more concrete proposal when it comes to the actual marketing side of things. Now, on the other hand, we also have a client success leader, Kylie. And once she understood my vision on where I wanted the program to be headed into, her and her team really started to get to work and they started to look at all of the feedback that our clients have ever given. They looked at every single module, every single lesson, every single bonus in the program, and they really compiled a plan for me. And inside this plan, they tell me what to prioritize when it comes to updating, such as which lessons to remove, which lessons to refilm, which lessons to add, what resources students are missing, what resources are really helpful that we should be expanding on. And so they basically are my eyes and ears in terms of what to prioritize when it comes to updating the program. Now, once we actually have the marketing plan, we have the curriculum plan, and then we also have the client experience plan, the next step is to really put all of these things into a project management system. And the project management system that we like to use is Asana. And so what our project manager will do is she'll look at all of the plans and she'll break that down even further into every single micro task that is necessary to execute in order to turn that vision into actual reality. So what she'll do is she'll organize Asana, put all the tasks in, input all of the due dates for every single task, and assign it to the right person in order to execute those tasks. By having everything in a project management system, it keeps us organized, and it also makes sure that we are on track of actually turning our vision into a reality. Because at the heart of it, especially for something as complex as building a course or launching a course, if something doesn't get tracked, it essentially doesn't get done. And so that's why this is one of the most crucial parts when it comes to launching a course or creating a course, because you want to keep yourself accountable to the things that you need to do in order to turn your vision into a reality. Now, in my business, getting the project timeline right can take multiple meetings. The project manager has to meet with every individual on the team to just review the tasks that they were assigned and really ask them, are we missing any tasks? Are any tasks misassigned to you? Maybe it should be for someone else. And do the due dates make sense? Are there any conflicts or anything that would prevent you from actually getting this task done? Not only this, we also do multiple meetings as a team to look through the entire board just to make sure that we're not missing anything, and also making sure that not one person on the team has conflicting tasks that would create risks for the project. And so this specific part of the process of really building out a program, launching it, marketing it, all those different things can take quite a bit, but it is also the most important step, because if you don't have this right, then it's going to be really easy to have a very stressful launch, and it's also really easy to miss crucial deadlines that will actually impact the end result that you're looking for. So just to give you an idea, this is one of our Asana boards, but basically you can see that there are tons of tasks that are involved in a launch, different categories, different assignees. But above all else, I think that it's misleading, because if you actually click on some of these tasks, there's even more subtasks. You can see this one is all complete, which is amazing. There's really a lot of things that go behind the scenes in terms of a program update and a course update and just a launch in general. So want to give you a little sneak peek. Now, once the Asana board is approved, everyone is okay with the tasks and it all makes sense, the next step is to actually get to work. This is what I like to call the pre-launch period. It is the busiest time of the year, and everyone is really head down working their tails off in order to meet the deadlines and make sure all the tasks get executed. Because if one thing is missing, then it's really going to cause a risk to the entire launch and the entire fulfillment of the program. All right, so speaking of all the prep work, the execution, all those different things, when it comes to a program launch, one of the first things that I like to do and look at and really consider is filming and my core curriculum. What exactly am I updating in the program? What do I need to add? What do I need to create? What do I need to film? And so let me just sit down over there and explain to you some of the key terms and some of the key ways to structure your course before I start diving into how I actually film for my course. All right, friends, let's talk about how to actually structure your programs and my recommendations for it. But before I talk about that, I know I have an FAQ all the time that talks about where do I actually host my course. Now, there are two different ways that you can do this. The first way is using another company like Skillshare, Coursera, Udemy, or whatever else to actually sell your course in that platform. The pros is that that platform is already going to have a lot of existing customers, a lot of people that can actually find you through search, and so there's higher chances of people being able to find your course. The downside is that those platforms are going to take a cut of the money that you make, and there might also be a cap on the price that you can charge, because typically on those websites, the courses there are quite inexpensive, and so it's a bit harder for you to charge a little bit more because all the other courses are really inexpensive. Now, the other route is kind of using your own brand to promote your program, and software-wise, I use a course platform like Kajabi. Kajabi is a little bit more on the expensive side just because it's an all-in-one platform, meaning that you can not only host your course there, you can also host your website, your landing page, your email marketing, everything like that. So I use Kajabi, but I only use it for the course platform, FYI. You could also use Teachable, Thinkific, MemberVault I know is free. There's so many options out there, but you just have to remember that it really doesn't matter what platform you choose, as long as it fits your budget. You don't want to go broke just to launch your course, especially if you're just starting out and you don't know how well your course is going to do. You really want to look at if there are the main features that you're looking for. Does it upload video? Does it allow you to upload text? Does it allow you to upload PDFs? Maybe go through the demo and see how the things are arranged and whether or not you like that user experience. How customizable is it? These are things that you might want to consider, but more importantly, you do want to consider your budget. And by the way, I have actually paid for programs where the course was actually in a Google folder, and I got a link to the Google folder, and I still got great value from it. So just remember that it absolutely does not need to be expensive in order to launch your course. Anyways, back to the original topic that we wanted to talk about, which is how to structure your program. Now, we want to take a step back and realize that your program has a big promise. Our program promise is helping our creators sign paid clients. What you're going to want to do with this big promise is chunking it down even further into achievable phases. So if our goal is to help our clients sign paid clients themselves, then what needs to happen in terms of the roadmap? So for us, it happens in 3 phases. The first phase is actually getting clear on your offer. That's what that objective is. The second phase is actually building demand for that offer. That's also the second objective. And then the third phase is actually conversion. So once you actually build demand for your offer, it's now time to learn how to sell and actually how to turn that person into a paid client. That is the third objective. And so within this big result, there's also these mini milestones that our clients have to hit as well. And those are sectioned off into phases. Now within those phases, how are people going to achieve those mini milestones? So let's say in our second phase, it's all about attraction and it's all about helping people build demand for their offer. I might split this up into 2 modules. One module is about content creation, and then the second module is about Instagram strategy. That's kind of how we've laid out the course right now. The next step is within those modules, you're now going to want to share the lessons. What are the specific tactical things that that person needs to do within that module? So let's say one of our modules is about Instagram strategy. Well, each lesson that I have is going to be a bite-sized training on all the Instagram features and how to leverage it for their business. And so what you end up having is a program outline like this, where you've got your phases in place. Within those phases, you've got your modules, and then within those modules, you have the specific lessons that you're going to be teaching. This is how I like to structure my program because it allows it to be very results oriented. Because at the end of the day, your big program promise can be quite overwhelming for a lot of your clients, and you want to make sure that your program is chunked down and organized in a way where your clients can get quick wins and see how they're working towards that bigger goal. All right, friends, so let's talk about the next thing, which is filming. Now, I think that filming is the one thing that is really overwhelming for a lot of people and an area where a lot of people overthink. Now, I've had the Boss Gram Academy for the last almost 4 years, and when I first started, I did not have any fancy equipment whatsoever. All I did was I created slides using PowerPoint, and then I used Zoom to screen share, and I would record myself going through the lessons. And then I would just upload that, and that worked perfectly fine. In fact, the very first time that I ever launched my program, I enrolled 300 clients, I made $200,000 plus, and it was a phenomenal course. And with that money, I then reinvested into making my program better and better, and the quality being better and better as well. So let me show you what I use today, but at the same time, I want you guys to remember that all this stuff doesn't really matter, especially when you're launching your program for the first time. Just do what's affordable to you, and just literally sharing your screen on Zoom is already enough. So welcome to my layer, but basically I still use PowerPoint for my main lessons. And as you can see, this is kind of one of the lessons that I teach about personal branding and everything like that. And so I create the slides on PowerPoint, and obviously over time, you can hire a graphic designer to help you out or create a template for yourself, but I use PowerPoint. And then in terms of filming, I actually have a professional camera, and obviously you do not need this at all. But what I use is this capture card right here called Camlink in order to connect a DSLR camera as my webcam. And then I obviously have this microphone as well to really up the quality with audio. Now, when it comes to recording, I use an app called ScreenFlow. It is not free, so that's why do not worry if you don't have something like this. But basically, I have an icon right here. I go to configure recording, and basically it'll show up like this. And what I have the ability to do now is click here, and I can kind of show which part of the screen that I would like to actually record. So I kind of put that together, and then I will hit record. Now, once I stop recording with ScreenFlow, it actually doubles up as a video editor, which I really like. And so as someone like me who makes a lot of mistakes when I'm filming, I like how I'm able to actually go in and cut the parts that I don't want, and then just hit delete, and then actually be able to edit the video afterwards. So that gives me a lot of peace of mind. Not only this, what I like about ScreenFlow is that this video right here, you can actually change how big or how small it is. So let's say if I want this to take up the full screen, I absolutely can. But if I want to keep it into the small screen here, I can as well. So that it all of a sudden will become big screen, small screen, big screen, small screen. So there's a lot of video editing features that you can do in ScreenFlow. Another editing feature that I like about ScreenFlow is if I actually hit call out and I hit the mouse cursor button, what I can do is I can make it so that it follows where my mouse is going towards so that it's easy for my students to follow. That's why ScreenFlow is definitely my choice, but it is certainly an investment and is so not necessary if you're just starting out in your course creation journey. Now, so far in this video, I've really talked to you guys about anything related to the core curriculum. The core curriculum is basically the main content that's in your program. But did you know that you can also increase the value of your program by introducing bonuses as well? If you had no idea, then keep watching because I'm gonna break down how bonuses work in a program and how it can help your students and help you as well. So like I said, the bonus portion of your program exists to do two things. Number one, increase the perceived value of your program. And number two, to actually help your clients fill any gaps that they might have while going through your curriculum. It's really there to make their lives easier. And so let's say in my program, we have a lesson called hashtag strategy. Now, even though I'm teaching my clients the entire hashtag strategy, how to do research, how to do all those things, I know for a fact that there's gonna be some clients who might struggle with this because maybe they don't have enough time to do hashtag research. And so as a bonus, I'm gonna make their lives easier by introducing a spreadsheet that has 100 hashtags that I've already researched divided by all the different niches that might exist in the industry. And so that's something that makes my clients' lives easier. Another example is I know my clients are gonna be creating a lot of content. And as they're creating content, I know that they might be strapped for time. And so what I introduce as a bonus is already done for you templates on Canva that they can plug and play within their content strategy and within their content creation. These are all things that make their lives easier. Another thing that I might think of is the different types of questions that might pop up that the core curriculum doesn't necessarily answer and likely won't answer because it's slightly off topic. So a good example is my program is designed to help our creators sign their first few paid clients so they can finally monetize. But in the process of signing clients, they might come through problems when it comes to contracts or legal affairs or finances, because at the end of the day, we're teaching our content creators how to become business owners. And so I might invite guest experts to fill in those gaps that I'm not knowledgeable about. So for example, inside the Boss Gram Academy, we have an actual lawyer who does a full training about how to protect yourself legally as a new online business owner. Or the fact that I've also invited a certified public accountant to also do a training all about setting your business up for financial success. These are all things that I've included in my program to make my clients' lives easier and also give them a well-rounded experience inside the program. So what it ends up looking like is we have the entire core curriculum for the Boss Gram Academy, but we also have the bonus bag where we have over 10 different bonuses that make our clients' lives easier. And not only this, because we have this amazing bonus bag that is really high value, it also increases the perceived value of the program and it makes the program a no-brainer offer. And so for my business, when it comes to preparing for program launches, we always like to refresh our bonus bag. We also like to coordinate with our guest experts, and we look at student feedback to see which bonuses were helpful, which weren't helpful, what's missing from our bonuses, and that's how we decide what to add, what to include, and what to remove. So this is all part of our planning process as well. All right, so far when it comes to the preparation side of things, I've talked about how to structure your core curriculum, how to film for it, and also the guest experts and the bonuses and all the things that you might want to consider and prepare for. Now, the one thing that's really unique to our business is because we've made so many changes, and earlier on in the beginning of this video, I really talked about structural changes as well. For example, changing to lifetime access, adding the monthly Zoom calls, changing who we're really trying to help with our program. That warrants a pretty big client communication. And so my biggest advice, and I learned this from my experience and learned this from making mistakes, is especially if you have an already established program, when you make really big significant changes to your program, it's always best practice to let your clients know about it privately before you start discussing everything in public, because that's going to confuse your clients and you want to prioritize communication with your clients first. I've personally have made the mistake where I've kind of left my clients in the dark and I told everyone on Instagram the different changes that I was making, and they started to blow up our customer support lines asking a ton of questions because they had no idea that this was happening and they were just really confused. And so that was a really big learning lesson for me. And now moving forward, anytime we make any changes to the program, we always prioritize telling our clients first before I start announcing all these changes, because I'm so excited on social media or even on YouTube. So even in this video, so many of the things that I talked about, my clients have already known about it for months already. company. So one of the major things that you want to prepare if you already have existing clients is your client communications. Now, like I said, some of the changes that I was gonna make were pretty damn big, specifically switching from a 12 months access program to a lifetime access program. Obviously, I knew my clients were gonna be super excited about this, but at the same time, there's likely going to be a lot of questions that come from our clients. And so what we decided was the best way to move forward was not necessarily an email communication first, because it was just really hard to encapsulate why we made this decision and all the different changes in an email. We decided to actually invite all of our clients to a town hall, and it was basically a Zoom call where as many clients, alumni, current clients, previous clients, whatever, could actually hop on and learn about the changes. So what I did on this call was I really walked through the learning lessons that I've had since starting the program, my intentions with our client journey, and all those things. And then when I finally announced that we were gonna switch to lifetime access, guys, the chat box went wild. I have never seen such a crazy chat box before. It was so amazing. Our clients were so appreciative. And not only this, afterwards, we kind of walked through our clients the next steps of what they can expect by getting lifetime access and all those different details. And lastly, what was most amazing about this call is when we actually opened up Q&A. And on this Q&A, clients could say anything. They could give me feedback. They could ask questions about their business, about us, anything. It was really an opportunity for me to hang out with my clients in a really casual setting. And funny enough, that call ended up being 8 hours long, and I would not change it for the world just because it was so great to actually have face-to-face interactions with our clients, learn more about them, get their feedback, and really see how much switching back to lifetime access meant for them. And so I highly recommend if you ever have any big client communications, even if it's uncomfortable to share or whatever, transparency is always the best way to go. And if you can do it in a Zoom setting first before sending a mass email out, it's always appreciated by your clients. Now, so far in this video, friends, we're talking about the preparation phase and the execution phase and the pre-launch phase. So we talked about the curriculum, the bonuses, filming, student communications, and I've kind of given you a little bit of glimpses here and there of what it's kind of like in my company. Obviously, everything is condensed and simplified for this video, but the one thing that I haven't talked about yet is marketing. Now, there are a lot of different ways to market and promote your program, but one of my favorite ways to do it is actually launching a free live training. And inside this training, what I typically like to do is share the strategies that we teach inside our paid programs for free. Now, obviously, I don't give away everything, but I give enough for people to actually have an understanding of what they can expect in the paid program. And at minimum, if they don't decide to enroll in the paid program, they at least walk away with some awesome strategies that they can use for their business and for their social media, which is something that I like to prioritize and that makes me feel in integrity. Another way to think about this too is with these free trainings, it kind of feels like a Costco sample. You go to Costco, you love the sample. If you love it enough, you'll buy the paid product. Or before you buy a house, you're gonna go to the open house, ask your questions, see if the home is the right fit for you, scope it out. These are what these free trainings are really meant for as well. And even though you are not sharing your entire A to Z that you share in your paid programs, you're giving enough so that people can walk away with tons of value, especially when your training is done right. For example, the past live trainings that I've done, we've always had people rave about them and actually use these strategies to grow their social media and their businesses. And at the heart of it, what you want to understand is these live trainings are essentially events, and very similar to any type of event that you might host in real life or online, you gotta prepare for it. So for us, it means preparing the actual slides for the event. It means actually preparing the workbook. Now, obviously the workbook is something that is not mandatory, but it is a nice touch that I like to add for my attendees so that they can follow along. Because in the training, I'm gonna be dropping a lot of crazy strategies, and I wanna make sure that they can retain the information and they have something to walk away with after the training as well. Not only this, very similar to any type of event, you're gonna wanna prepare the invites, the email reminders, the promotion for that event, whether it's on social media, email, or whatever else, the landing page so that people can actually register for the event. And so there's a lot of marketing and tech involved on that side of things. By the way, if you are someone who is curious to know how all of the things that I'm talking about in today's video pans out in real time, you definitely want to check out the link in my description box or in my comment section below, because the free training that I'm talking about is now open for registration, and I will be doing them live for a limited time only. This is an updated live training that I'm doing, talking all about niching, content, social media, offer creation, and so much more. So especially if you are a content creator who wants to go beyond your free content and sign paid clients clients yourself, you absolutely do not want to miss it. So make sure you click the link to access and register for this free live training that I will be doing. Anyways, bosses, let's go right back into the YouTube video. Now, on the other side of things, there's also your paid product, because at the heart of it with this event, it's also for people to figure out if they want to join your program. And so if they do decide that your program is the right fit for them, they're going to need to be able to learn more about the program in depth. In that case, you're going to need to have your sales page prepared. And on top of this, any type of sales emails, reminders, FAQs, all those different things, so that it helps people actually understand if your program is the right fit for them, even after the event is over. Not only this, when it comes to the preparation side of things, you also want to make sure that there is no friction if someone decides to enroll in your program. Because at the heart of it, if you do such a great job in terms of making sure that that person feels listened to, cared for, and they can see how your program can actually help them get their end result that they want, if they decide to enroll in the program and your checkout pages don't work, or your tech doesn't work and they can't access the program, then it becomes a really big problem. And these are all kinks that you likely need to work out before you even launch anything, so that that journey for that person is seamless. I also forgot to mention customer support. During this time period, there's going to be a lot of people who might be DMing you, emailing you, and whatever else. And regardless if you have a team or not, it's always really helpful to have canned responses and actually know what you're going to say to the questions that your prospects have. So a lot of times in our preparation, we like to prepare all these canned responses for our team so that it's really easy and efficient for them to actually get back to people and actually answer their questions accurately. Now, after all of your hard work of preparing for your program launch or your program update, the next step is to actually launch the damn thing. Now, obviously, during the time of me filming this video, I have not launched yet. I am still in the thick of it when it comes to working on this project. But if you do want another video where it's really specific to launching and marketing your product and service, then make sure you like this video so I know, because I truly hope that you also launch something incredible this year. So make sure you get the good jujus that I'm sending your way by commenting "I can't wait to launch" in the comment section, so that I know you got to this point. Anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that it was entertaining and informative, looking at the behind the scenes of what it's really like to update and prepare for a 7-figure program launch. Also, if you would like to join me in my free training, make sure you hit the link in my description box or in my comment section below. In this training, I'm really going to teach a lot of new content creators how to monetize and how to actually turn their content into something that can generate them paid clients. Y'all, this is the year where we're not doing a bunch of free stuff and we're actually getting paid for it, okay? So make sure you click the link in my description box or in my comment section below. If you liked this video, I have other videos that you're equally going to enjoy, so make sure you click the link in these 2 videos here as well. As always, guys, I appreciate you. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys!